Yes, and we are live. Happy Goddess Temple Sunday, people. Happy Goddess Temple Sunday and happy fourth 12 days of blissness for the second time. And I will explain why in a little bit. Let me make sure everybody can hear me. Then we got everything on and popping. Yay! Good morning, Goddess Tynesha is here. Today we're going to be talking about what your biggest lessons are, the biggest lessons that you learned for 2018 and how to fail forward. Good morning, Goddess Linda is in the house. Hello, Goddess Melissa and Goddess Lee. So, Goddess Tynesha, since I saw you first, give me a number between 1 and 11. Let's pull a card. We're pulling from the Woman Manifesting deck of cards today. And actually, let this be today's giveaway for Goddess Temple Sunday. I will give away a deck of the Woman Manifesting cards. All right. So a number between 1 and 11. Hello, Goddess Dawn. Goddess Dawn, go into my calendar at meetwithabiola.com and set up a session for the first week of 2019. If there's any availability, if not second week, let's get your stuff moving forward, okay? Go to Meet with Abiola. She's one of my Spiritpreneur Guru Academy clients. If you want to make 2019 your year, definitely join us. So Goddess Dawn, go to meetwithabiola.com and set up a session, my love. Yay! Goddess Tynesha says she just got her deck. Okay, so she pulled number 7. Okay, so let's just shuffle these. I'm getting better at shuffling the double deck. This is a double deck, so it's 2 decks of these cards. Okay, so she pulled number 7, so let's just first do a nice shuffle. And then we will pull on, ooh, well, this card jumped out for you, Goddess Tynesha, before we even get into it. And this is the card of generations. Generations. And the affirmation here is, I am fully healed of all ancestral traumas. Yes. Is it going to be that kind of day? I think it's going to be that kind of day. I'm fully healed of all ancestral traumas. We are free. Okay, all right, we got that. It's going to be that kind of day. All right, so number 7 for Goddess Tynesha, and today is about learning the lessons of this past year. I think that card about healing ancestral trauma was a big part of it, but the lessons of 2018, what are the lessons of this past year that we learned? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And our top card is Goddess Akwaba, who is a Ghanaian deity, not to be confused with Guyanese, but Ghanaian deity. And the card is about retreat. And here's the affirmation. It is okay for me to retreat. I surrender, I surrender, I surrender the need to control. So I think these 2 cards are very, very powerful together, right? About realizing that your past or your family's past does not determine your destiny. And it is okay to release. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay to surrender. It's okay to let go and realize, okay, I give up control because I never had control to begin with, all right? Yes? Isn't that the paradox of our lives, right? We say you got to take responsibility. I'm a big fan of that. Take responsibility because your whole life is in your control. But when it really, really comes down to it, you're not in control. And so in that same energy of taking responsibility, we've got to have on the other side of it, the energy of ultimate surrender, of ultimate letting go, right? Like they say, let go, let God, whatever language works for you, right? Of just letting go. And so let's just take that into gratitude. Mother, Father, God, thank you so much for bringing us together on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. We are so just grateful that we woke up today, that we gathered here today, that we are in a global circle of sisterhood, Allow us and anyone in this circle who's feeling alone right now, who's feeling maybe overwhelmed right now, who's feeling like, oh my goodness, I have so much that I want to do and how am I going to do it right now? Allow all of us to be able to take a breath of surrender and to know that all is well and that we are in a global sisterhood. We are not alone. We could never be alone. And thank you for bringing us this sisterhood around the planet that has our back, that we have each other's back. Please continue to guide us and keep us. Thank you so much for the lesson that ancestral traumas are now healed. We claim them healed, and we're willing to step in and do the work that it takes to heal them, to release them. Allow us to remember that we are not our past, that our past does not determine our destiny, that your family's past does not determine your destiny, that your ancestors' past does not determine your destiny. Allow us to feel grateful for all those who came before us, those who we know and those whose names we will never know. Allow us to be a blessing to those who come after us, those who we know and those whose names, in this earthly form at least, that we will never know. Allow us to continue to remember that it is okay to take a step back when we need to, that it's okay to let go of the reins, to surrender control, and to know that we are safe and all is well. We are safe, and it is safe to be safe. All of these things we ask you for, and we thank you in advance. We are grateful in advance because we claim all of these blessings. We know that you would not give us this beautiful, beautiful gift of waking up another day if our work was done. And so we are so grateful to keep on moving forward, to keep on living our best lives. And when we stumble, we just wake up the next day and we will try and try and try again. I ask you, as I always do, to please guide my words and my actions. Please direct the exact right people who need to be here with us to my voice. And we also pray, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? In your name, we are so grateful. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. All right, so let's get it started. Yay. I see Instagram is popping and moving forward. Hello, Harry. I see. Okay, so some of the other goddesses are gathering. Hello, Goddess Michelle. Hello, Goddess Kim Renee. Hello, Goddess Marlene. Yes, Goddess Melissa says, surrendering what we cannot control is so empowering. It is okay to get help. Yes, that is. Thank you so much for sharing that. She's over on Facebook. Very, very powerful lesson. Yes, it is okay. It's not only okay to get help, but it is the greatest gift that you can give to yourself and to your life. And actually, that is one of my lessons that I learned again and again and again and finally got in 2018. All right, so we're talking about the biggest lessons that we learned this year. So let me know in the comments, what are some lessons that you learned in this beautiful year 2018? Now, lessons can come at us in a couple of different ways, right? Like they say, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Well, hopefully sometimes we can learn without falling on our heads, but those fail forward lessons are also very powerful lessons as well. And as it's not only Goddess Temple Sunday, but we're doing 12 days of blissness, and it's day 4 again. Why is it day 4 again? Because yesterday I was a little bit sniffly. I got my box of Kleenex here, and I did a whole video broadcast for y'all. And then I realized that I was not broadcasting into anywhere but my own mind. I was trying to broadcast to my Facebook page, and in my delirium of cold medicine, I pushed something else, and I was just done. Like, I was just like, okay, I can't, I can't do no more. And figured I'll take a little nap and I'll do it again when I wake up. And that little nap turned into waking up this morning. So that is my confession to you. It is 12 days of blissness, day 4 again. Yes. Hello. Good morning, Goddess Maria, Goddess Allison. Yes. So I learned a lot of things in 2018 that I want to share with you. And number one was exactly what Goddess Melissa said. She said, surrendering what we cannot control is so empowering. It is okay to get help. And so I want to just share with you that it's not only, like I said, okay to get help, but it's necessary to get help. If you want to be able to expand, if you want to be able to grow, if you want to be able to grow your reach and grow your voice in the world, all of you, my spiritpreneurs, have big things that you want to share and big lessons that you came to share. And with only ourselves, right? We're only going to get from but so far, right? You want to multiply your value. And that's in every way, shape, or form. So for me, like, I have like personal and a professional team. So personally, I have a coach, right? All good coaches have coaches. That's why the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy exists. If Oprah has producers and presidents usually have advisors, we certainly need coaches, right? I have a coach. I have a therapist. At the gym, I have trainers. I have my yoga teacher. I have my kickboxing teacher, right? Professionally, I have my assistants. I have my new Facebook ads team that I'm working with, right? I attend empowering events. I not only throw events like our beautiful Goddess Pray Love retreat, but I also attend retreats and events. You have to feed yourself. You have to feed your soul. And so it's so important to be supported. And for a really, really long time, you know, and that's actually not even the beginning. I have a bookkeeper. I got, you know, my tax person. I got this, I got that. But it's because it took me a long time of like bumping my head and throwing up my arms and realizing, why am I not, you know, why am I feeling so stuck? And it's because I was trying to do everything myself. I was trying to figure it all out myself. I was trying to think that I had to piece it all together and have all of the answers myself. And that's not a healthy place to come from. Not a healthy place to come from. And so build up your team. Even if it's just one person, if there's like one person, you know, like Goddess Dawn, I told her, I saw her in the room and I said, Goddess Dawn, get in the calendar. Let's meet first week of the year and make it happen, right? I'm part of her team. Goddess Allison, she says that is done better. That done is better than perfect was her big lesson for this year. Yes, yes. And I am a part of her team. So get yourself a team, even if it's one person personally and one person professionally, and then you can build on that. Even if you don't have the resources to hire a full-time assistant, that's fine. We're living in the greatest era for people like you and people like me. You can get freelancers. You can get virtual assistants. Go to Upwork. Go to Fiverr. Get yourself some support. Get yourself some help. Yes, absolutely. So Goddess Kim Renee says one of her big lessons this year was, she says, I learned to be my own best friend. Can we affirm that? She says, I learned to be my own best friend, to appreciate family. Yes, that was a big lesson for me this year as well. And health more, to protect my peace. Oh, yes, for protecting your peace. That is a huge, huge lesson. And along those lines, Goddess Kim Renee, one of my lessons for this year was also that I learned that I deserve to have amazing love, amazing health, amazing family, amazing well-being, incredible abundance, that I am worthy and deserving of all of that. Right? And we can know something, knowing something intellectually and believing it in your bones, having it seep through your skin and seep through your sweat is something completely different altogether. And what that allowed me to do was just in a big way to raise my standards of how I move in the world, of who is allowed to share my bright and shiny life, of, how I show up in the world, raised my standards. And as they say, turned my shoulds, I should do this, I should work out, I should eat that, I should whatever, turn my shoulds into my musts. Like, okay, these are the things that I must do every single day. I love that she said, protect my peace. Yes, yes. And so raising your standards of how you approach your life and how you allow life to approach you was a big, big lesson for me. Goddess Marlene says, surrendering has been my hardest challenge for 2018. I found it to be very freeing. Yes, being in control is hard work and very draining. Goddess Marlene, I think the hardest one for me this year was realizing that don't take things personally. And I've been learning this. I've been learning this since I read the 4 Agreements first years and years ago, that it's not personal. Don't take things personally. And that is a really, really challenging lesson for me that I keep learning over and over and over and over again. Because for us, as empaths, as givers, as teachers, we feel everything so deeply. And so it's hard to remember that it's not personal. It's not personal. The things that are unfolding, the ways that people are acting or whatever it is, don't take it personally. They would be reacting to whoever was in that space, and it just so happens to be you. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. Goddess Maria says she did fall on her head too. Yes. And so Goddess Allison, going back to her lesson that she shared earlier, that done is better than perfect, and that she is in competition with no one. So all she has to do is breathe and then listen for divine guidance. Yes. So like last week when I said, walk into those like family situations, those like hostile situations that can feel hostile, or those professional situations or whatever, and remind yourself that you got a little secret. Right? And I used this the other day when somebody who I'm working with, came out a little out of pocket, I'm like, it was like not about to be a good moment. And I reminded myself, oh, I know a secret. I know a secret. I know a big secret, a secret that I was born with purpose, a secret that I am not here accidentally, a secret that I have a huge, huge mission to fulfill, a secret that every day that I open my eyes again is already a successful day. A secret that I am wonderfully and fearfully and fearlessly made. A secret that I am made of stardust and magic, and there's nothing that an earthly human can do to diffuse that. You did not give me life, so you can't take my life, energetically. A secret that I don't have to give energy to any person, anything, any situation that I don't want to. That it's my choice. A secret that just like the mountains and the trees and the ocean, that I was created with divine purpose. And just like those majestic things that I ebb and I flow, right? I reap and I sow. I could take you or leave you. And it is all good. Yes. And so remind yourself of that. And in those moments, think, okay. You knew what I knew. If you only knew what I knew. Yes. Goddess Shanita says, yes, this was a beautiful lesson for me as well. She says, I've learned that it's okay to receive pleasure. It's okay to be okay. Yes, it's okay to be okay. And it's okay to not be okay. Yes, but it is okay to receive pleasure, to receive joy, to receive happiness, to just receive. To just receive. How many of us have had challenges with receiving? Yes, that it is okay to just receive. Absolutely, absolutely. Big, big lesson. Let's see. Goddess D says, Wait, I missed her first comment. I'm seeing her reaction comment. Okay, so let me go to Goddess Zakira. She says, I've learned that life is precious. She says, we are not promised tomorrow. So I've learned to guard the energies in my world. I've learned we don't have time. We don't have time to waste time. Yes. I've learned we don't have time to waste time with figuring out anyone but myself. Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And you don't owe anyone that. You're not here to figure them out. Like I said, take care of your small babies. If you've got minor children, take care of your minor children. Take care of yourself. You have elders, and you have a healthy situation. Take care of them, right? And then there's you and your partner. But at the root of all of that is your foundational relationship with you. And you don't owe anyone anything, not one thing. Yes, Goddess D, she says, turning her shoulds into her musts. Yes, moving from, okay, I should do this and I should do that. And again, that's why it's so very important to have support on that. Hello, Goddess Janola. Yes, Goddess Kim Renee says that she vows, I will learn to receive. Yes, let's affirm that. Let's put some fairy dust on that, some goddess dust on that, right? I am receiving every single day the most wonderful relationships, the most incredible health, the most wonderful conversations and well-being. I'm receiving abundance, money. I'm receiving blessings in every way, shape, or form. And I am worthy and deserving of all great things. I am worthy and deserving of all great things. And that reminds me of another of my lessons that I learned this year, is that when someone asked the other day, are we going to make a vision board? And I promised you that yes, we will make a vision board together. If not before the end of the year, then immediately in the beginning of the year. But I promise you, you will enter into 2019 with us having made a vision board together. And so we make our goals and we make our plans and we have our vision and we want to do this and we're like, here's how my life should expand, right? And they've got that saying that we plan and God, the universe, laughs, right? Well, one of the beautiful things is that sometimes that laugh, we assume everything is happening for us, but sometimes that laugh, that universal laugh, that grace that you want to make space for, when you're creating your vision, is a bigger dream than you could dream for yourself, right? So at the beginning of 2018, a lot of amazing things happened for me that I could have told you weren't gonna, I didn't know would happen. A lot of crappy things happened that I didn't know would happen too, but I learned again, right? That not only are we worthy and deserving, not Vaseline on my lips. Not only are we worthy and deserving, but that the universe, the creator, the all-knowing is dreaming a bigger dream than we can dream for ourselves. And the ignition for that, for me at least, was the prayer, use me, which was a prayer that I was always afraid of to even utter those words. I remember a long time ago, like back in Oprah Winfrey show days, she talked, Auntie Oprah talking about, praying the prayer, use me. And I was like, oh no, that's a kind of scary prayer. Next thing you know, you're being called to go climb the mountains with a Sherpa, and it's cold in the mountains. And I don't want to be climbing any mountains. I don't really want to go and live in India for 6 months in an ashram and fast the whole time. I don't want to do that. And so I was just scared of it. Just avoided it. But finally, in recent times, that I came into alignment with the prayer of use me. Hit the share button. Hit the share button. We need to get the word out there, right? Of the prayer, use me. And beautiful things started to happen. Things that I wouldn't dream of. Like, luckily, up until this point, it hasn't been go climb the mountain with a goat. I mean, if I hear it, I'm going, y'all. But luckily, like, that's not happening. Right? But if you asked me a year ago, if right now you could walk into the Gap and see posters of me as a Gap model in Gap stores internationally, not nationally, internationally, right? In Gap Japan, in Gap in France, in international, you know, in there, people are sending me their Christmas things that they're on the Gap mailing list, and the Gap is sending them the Christmas things, and they're forwarding to me like, is this you in pajamas in the Gap? Right? I could not have envisioned that. It wasn't on my to-do list. It wasn't on my vision board. It wasn't in my prayers, because it wasn't something that I was asking for, thinking of, dreaming of. All I was thinking of is, use me. That there are incredible, my goddesses that I need to connect with. There are things that I came to share. Use me to do that. Use me to do that. And the form then becomes totally different than what you could have imagined, right? For my goddesses who are in the Spiritpreneur Guru Academy, I know I shared with you recently that, you know, although I have, you know, spoken around the world, you know, at places like, you know, the College of Psychic Studies in London, and, you know, in the Bahamas on the Creativepreneur Cruise and all of that, those places felt to me like they were in my wheelhouse. And even my corporate stuff, like, it's all been like, you know, things that I thought were in my wheelhouse. And very recently got hired to speak for a tech company, which immediately shifted my mindset of who I am right for, of the message that I came to share, because I didn't know that a tech company would be interested in what I had to say. And it turns out that this was shocking only mostly to me, right? Because like other people that I've spoken to, like my sister, Goddess Damali, are like, yeah, of course. Like, what you have to say is valid for, you know, it translates to wherever. But in my limited view, I was like, okay, well, I am only speaking to these people. And I had a box around it. And the beautiful thing is, the force that created you has no box. The force that created you has no limits. The force that created you has no fear. The force that created you has no story about you can only do this or you can only do that, or it's gonna take you this long to make your $1 million, or that's a story that we have. That's a story that we created with our earthly experience that we made up in our minds. And so this is again where the surrender comes in, because you don't want to be locked into your story of possibilities. And so locked into your vision board, or locked into your to-do list, or locked into your goal list or your ideas, that you miss what's over here. That you miss, you know, you miss what's going on. You miss the blessings and the opportunities that are coming for you. When the tech company, you know, it's a major, major, major tech company, my spiritpreneurs know which one it is because I told them in our private group, when they approach me to come and speak internally, to empower them internally in their company. In my head, I was still secretly thinking, okay, is this an error? They have the right Abiola Abrams. Are they confused? Do they know, like, I'm weird? They know, like, I don't start my day without meditating. Do they know that? Like, do they know, like, I'm a big old weirdo, like. And it wasn't until I saw my name next to my bio on their internal site that I was like, oh, okay. They are talking about me. They do want me. It is me that, you know, that they're inviting to come here and make this talk that switched the rate that for working with me 4 months, the 4-month rate for working with me, to an hourly rate. I'll say that again. It switched the 4-month rate, what my 4-month rate was, to an hourly rate, right? And so allow yourself to be dreamed upon. We have our dreams, but allow yourself to be dreamed upon. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm looking at all of the things that you learned this year. Yes, absolutely, Goddess Melissa. We were born stars. And how, add that to your got a secret. I got a secret. You think I'm here in the grocery store and you cut the line and whatever, and I'm going to be squabbling with you. Baby, I'm a star. Go on ahead. Right? Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Goddess Akira says, thank you for reading my comment. God bless all you goddesses. Yes, my love, we are here all in it together. We're all in it together. If you're watching this on replay, join us live. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday mornings, wherever you are watching this. Currently, we're doing 12 Days of Blissness. We're redoing day 4 and a lot of great things. Like 2019 is going to be amazing in this community. You do not want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Goddess Tanisha says, my husband just told me this. Stop putting myself in a box because I don't belong there. Confirmation at its best. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love that. Don't we love when that happens? Don't we love when that happens? Absolutely. So Goddess Tanisha, since you and your husband are over there in deep alignment, and because we are sending and welcoming in and all the goddesses who are receiving abundance, receiving love, receiving health, and we're vibrating in that energy. I know you said you just received your Woman Manifesting Goddess cards. Let me know, do you have already my African Goddess affirmation cards? They will be your gift today. If you already have those, do you have my self-love cards? If you already have all 3 decks of my cards, we'll find another prize for you. So let me know. Let me know. Yes, Goddess Tanisha says chills, 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 chills. Absolutely. So the thing is that, these lessons that we learn, these lessons that we learned for this year, we don't want to have to take that lesson again, right? It's like, we don't want to have to, even though a lot of them that I've read to you, like I've been learning over and over again. So what we want to do is figure out how can we put these lessons into our lives for us to move forward, right? And so, for example, with the lesson of raising your standards, what can you commit to doing on a daily basis? What can you commit to doing on a daily basis that is going to reflect your raised standards? So my friend, my boy, who I've known for a very long time, who's in the room, yes, we allow enlightened men in the room. He says, he is affirming over on Instagram, I have the natural right to choose me first. That is beautiful. I have the natural right to choose me first. Yes, because you can't do anything for anybody else without choosing you first. So what is your one thing that you're going to do? One little thing. We'll talk about it more tomorrow for 12 Days of Blissness, day 5. What's your one thing that you can do every day? It can be if you are, say, a freelancer, maybe you're going to every day pitch yourself to 10 people. Or if you are, calling in clients, maybe every day you are going to, I don't know, do a live video about your work or 10 client calls or something like that. If you're wanting to release unhealthy weight, maybe you can go out and run for 10 minutes every day. What's your one thing that you can do to raise your standards and turn your shoulds, like I should do this, I want to do that, into my musts? Your shoulds into your musts and raising your standards. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. That's what we're going to focus on tomorrow. Goddess Melissa says, be a grasshopper. Grasshoppers can not go backwards, only forward. All in for 2019. Yes. Goddess Kim Renee says, facts, choosing me first. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are choosing ourselves first. And that doesn't mean that you're not taking care of everybody else that you're here to take care of. But you cannot do that if you have not first chosen you. You are worthy and deserving of all good things. And when you encounter people who don't know that, remember the I got a secret. If only they knew what I knew tactic. Yes, Goddess Kim Renee says, I commit to organizing my sacred space. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Someone over on YouTube says, yes, I commit to walking 20 minutes a day. Okay, excellent, 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 excellent. Tiny commitments, tiny steps every single day. That's what makes change happen in our lives. That's what makes shift happen in our lives. That's what helps us get to where we want to be. That's what brings us into loving and perfect alignment. Loving and perfect alignment. And remembering that we are worthy and deserving of all good things. Are we receiving that today? Do we receive that today? I am worthy and deserving of all good things. Let's affirm it as we close. I am worthy and deserving of all good things. Yes, I am worthy and deserving, yes, YouTube, of all good things. Yes, Instagram, I am worthy and deserving of all good things. Absolutely, Goddess Samaria is affirming it. Yes, 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 yes. From my goddesses on Facebook, I am worthy and deserving of all good things. It is going to be a beautiful day because you woke up today. It may not be the perfect day, but it's okay because we don't need perfection. All right. Goddess Samaria says, yes, she loves my affirmation. I am safe and it is safe to be safe. She says, hearing that changed everything. Yes, we are safe and it is safe to be safe. It is safe to surrender. It is safe to be you. Let's just breathe into that. It's going to be that kind of day. Yes. So I will see you tomorrow for Goddess Temple for 12 Days of Blissness, day 5. If I'm still sniffling, now I'm overdosing on garlic, turmeric, a whole bunch of stuff. If I'm still sniffling, you will still see me here with the box of tissue sniffling. Today is your day, again, just because you woke up. You are worthy and deserving of all good things. You are enough. You are complete. This is your time. All right, my loves. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Be seen, be heard. Be an incredible movement. Namaste. Yay. And so glad you were here, Harry. You can bring your enlightened man to the party, y'all, unless you want to just keep it our party.